this far, but the bridge is broken.
There's no way you can fix it.
What do you do now, Senua? You've come this far, but the bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it. What do you do now, Senua? You can feel it. You need the runes to fight Delia. You need Delia. You can. He's waiting for you. Open the gate. She can't. Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder. She can't. The gate. She can't. He's waiting. She can't. Open the gate. She will. She'll find out. She will. Try harder. She will. It's not safe. Dillian. There he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through before he disappears. Dillian, don't lose him. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not with Dillian. She's in the room. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. Don't lose him. The dark. Where is he?
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. Black and white. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the glue. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the glue. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the glue. And Senua explored new paths.
Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swearing oaths not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused. Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
You
She listened to her. She thought she could define her.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks what he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman. The gods never cease to wonder at this
Doesn't know who trained him or what he
There he is. Where are you taking him?
He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way. There is a way up there. She can do it. You're nearly there. She can find the way. There's a way.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking weapons. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain. It pierces through him. The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with
Years
such
had
force
passed since she left her father.
and sent for a giantess.
She trained hard alongside her friend.
And has vipers for
Dillion.
her reins. She pushes Balder's ship.
She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement, an intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. She saw things no one else could. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go. And she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinban and her past. And Dillion,
Do you remember the shadow meeting
her future.
in the tree?
She was caught between two realities, tearing at her soul. And Dillion,
Is there reason she's alive at all?
she was caught between two realities.
She thinks she
They mean nothing.
Special.
she wasted time.
A waste of her time.
Gods are just... They mean what if the gods are mine?
Messing with her.
It wouldn't be
First time.
Gods are just... He was the only one that didn't mind the gods.
He loved her. First time.
Your curse has claimed Dillion.
I didn't know. He was kind.
Your curse has claimed Dillion.
He was kind.
Nobody will love her.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the things she loves.
She destroys. You have no time for this. Speed up.
Look what trials to distract you.
Set you up, and now they're going to watch you. What if these trials mean nothing?
Laughing at you.
Getting away. If they are just to tire you out, to make you weaker before the battle.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Overcome, asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Baldur stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they found in a cave. Baldur was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. Except for a giantess they found.
His love has tortured you, and it tortures me.
Kill the things that are most precious to you.
What does it feel like to be in love? What does it feel like to
What
be in
if
love?
this is pointless? What are you doing?
Why did you think you could make this
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if
Do you remember what love feels like?
then so must we.
You killed him with your love because he believed in you. Dillion never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbel. I guess he took after his father, the chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel. You're going to fall, carefully.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua. No! No! Your friends, he's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him. He's just come to the mountain. No! Your friends, he's disappeared.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can, Senua. My own father was born blind. Your father cannot understand. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. He cannot see through your eyes. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. My own father was born blind. So someone is afraid of the dark. The faintest idea. So we fix them by taking away their sight. Dark to him means as little as the word light. Would you give up the beautiful world? So someone is afraid of the dark. You, and only you can see, just to be rid of your nightmare with their sight. Would you give up the beautiful world? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? Just to be rid of your nightmare with their sight. A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Or is this just another part of the person I know? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this is nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be moved. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. What if you're wrong? You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. Will never be tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you.
You never know which way it's going to go.
You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. Will never be tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you.
You never know which way it's going to go.
You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. You don't know. It's just their game for you.
You never know which way it's going to go.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. I saw once a plague strike northern. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we?
The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and
What is this place?
And where dying mothers gave birth,
Creepy.
marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
It feels wrong. It feels just like it.
Nearly every person younger than 40.
What is this place?
And where dying
Where are we? Turn back. Creepy. This is wrong. This has to be wrong. It feels wrong. This place stinks. Where is it? There he is. Where are we? There he is. The light. Go towards this. He's in the house.
Find him.
He's going in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me. The stench of rot. She wants to taste it. Like the old. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. Taste spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. For the water. Don't worry. She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, she knew something. The bodies piled up. No one was laughing. She begged them to leave, and they knew that she was not like that. Soon enough, she knew the bodies piled up. No one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like that. Soon enough, she knew the bodies piled up. No one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like that.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in. You have to find him.
Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. I once saw the death moon. That is not the end of it. And first because the dead, and the guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. Because that is not the end of it. First because the dead, and then the guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer
You can see it. Aligned to the truth. The bridge. You found a way to connect the town without it. You can see it. Aligned to the truth. The bridge. She did it. You fixed the bridge.
She fixed it.
You passed the trial, get to the house.
Done. You succeeded. She did it. She fixed it.
You passed the trial, get to the house.
You succeeded.
Come to me. Where are you?
I'm here! I'm right here!
Are you in there?
You have to find
Come
him.
out if you want.
Dillian! They're coming for me! It's Dillian, go to him. Go to him. He's trying to save us. It's It's close. It's close. It's close. It's close. It's coming to kill you. You're lost. Has found you. Has found you. It is. Go towards it.
Run.
Focus.
Find it.
Focus. Focus. There it is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away.
I feel it.
You'll die.
Can you feel it?
You're dying. The burning has
She's
begun.
dying. The burning.
The burning has begun.
Close the gates.
Run! see you.
Don't get lost.
Don't let it see you. You'll start to burn.
You'll burn.
There it is. Move away.
Don't get it lucky.
Quick. Where's Dillian?
Where is he?
This is taking too long.
Can you hear him? You're lost.
2 more rooms.
You have to find them.
Where are you? You're lost.
Where are they?
It still looks the same. What should I do?
The light.
Go towards it. Focus. Focus. Look. One more to find. One more. One more to send.
Don't get lost.
There it is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. You'll die. Run. Run now. Run. It's not safe here. Run. Senua, you don't run. Have your sword. You came through the wrong door. Where's your sword?
You can't defend yourself. It's Dillian. Find the creature. Where's Dillian?
Where are we?
It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe.
You're dying.
Where are you?
Where's the door? Find a way out. Find the gate.
Get out. Run.
Run.
Don't let it look at you.
Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again. There it is. It's close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. You'll die. Run. Run now. Run. It's not safe here. Run. Senua. Don't run. Have your sword. You came through the wrong door.
How are you going to fight?
Where's your sword?
I can't find you. Where's Dillian?
Where are we?
It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe.
You're dying.
You're lost.
You're dying. This is what death feels like.
Senua! Senua!
What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from the inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore.
They're going to take everything you have.
The memories of ghosts. They belong to the gods, not to you. They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul. They want to crush it.
You think they want your body,
They want your soul.
they want your mind, and they're going to take it.
The memories were yours, but they're the gods now.
Nothing is yours anymore.
Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I? I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me?
Dillian.
I'm right here. Can't you see me?
No. Help me.
Breathe slow.
It's the darkness.
Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel.
A breeze.
Good. Then there is a way out.
I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes, you can.
The others. The voices. They've gone.
I'm still here.
It's so quiet. So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
I can't go on. Lillian?
Find a way. I'm not leaving you here.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to it.
Reach the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the soul. I'm no coward. He proved that to me in the warrior trials. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best. I know what you're thinking. He's not really here. It seems there's no escaping the past in this place. So she's forced to relive it. To what end? There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid. Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
It's not following.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
There's more. I think they're moving.
You're breathing too fast.
I'm scared.
This is the sound of your breath. In and out. In and out. It will pass. You can do this, Emma.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks. Death.
The darkness is testing you. You are in control.
There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Help.
spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
You've done it. The warrior trials.
Go get the sword.
You did it for the sword.
You have to get the sword.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillion was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
Dillion gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
Go back. It's not safe.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
But years later, with Zinbel's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. A plague.
Dillion?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us. You have blood on your hands.
Hold your heavy strike.
Hold it.
Hold the heavy strike.
They're coming for you now.
They're coming.
And they're coming to get you.
She's going to die.
No, she isn't.
She needs to focus in battle. No. Focus is coming back.
Defend yourself. She finished. Focus now. Focus. It's the only way. There's nowhere to run to.
In a sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them. The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields. Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zimbo, you turned your back on the gods, and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy?